Hi, welcome back to a Financial Journey. So today I'm going to talk about ProText Mobility, ticker is TXTM. So I do want to start by going over the price action that has been happening. Obviously it's been on quite the run up, so I'm going to talk about why it's been on such a run up and whether it's justified or not. At the end, I'll talk about some factors as far as the business and whether, in my opinion, it is overall justified and worth investing in or not. But before I get into any of that, what I'm going to get you to do is smash a thumbs up. It definitely helps my channel significantly. For those that are new to the channel, I do daily videos on trending stocks, crypto, I do it all. So definitely subscribe. Also, link in the description to a Discord. It's a free chat that brings individuals together with the common theme of investing, making money, all that fun stuff. Because at the end of the day, that's why we invest. We invest to have fun and, more importantly, make money. So definitely join the Discord. It's a good place to be. But with all that said, let's get into some ProText Mobility. Okay, so just want to start off by going over what ProText Mobility is currently sitting at. So currently 0.044, up roughly about 24%. As of right now, the market cap is 7.5 million. Volume is 810 million shares were traded, so pretty significant for an over-the-counter stock. Average volume 157 million. So even on average, the average volume for a over-the-counter isn't that bad in the grand scheme of things. But this definitely does have a lot going for it, and liquidity is one of them. So a couple of things I do want to talk about, obviously, is shorts. It wouldn't be 2021 if we didn't talk about some aspect about shorts, especially given its circumstances on what they can actually do as far as manipulation. So just want to start off by going over the short volume today. So as of today, even what I mentioned right here, so 810 million shares were being kind of traded today. So technically, as of right now, there was 256 million shares that were shorted, which represents around 32%. Even that is relatively high, but given what you can see right here, there is something in the water. There is something changing, and I'm going to talk about that, but definitely this shows the legitimacy of what's going to be happening. So again, there's a couple of factors as far as an individual just looking at ProText, whether it's a good buying opportunity right now or not, is the fact that a lot of these increases, especially given the average volume of ProText, this could be just shorts covering. But again, when it comes down to it, shorts don't cover for no reason. So again, it kind of validates the legitimacy of what I'm going to be talking about a little bit later, whether it's a good buying opportunity. So a couple of things, obviously, as of right now, if you go on to Twitter, because that's basically what you need to do nowadays when it comes to over-the-counter. So ProText Pharma. ProText Pharma is obviously a biotech company developing a cannabis medicine platform for the cannabis industry. So this definitely I'm going to talk about in a couple of seconds, but this is a very well-diverse company, and from what you can see, especially as of recently, they are very active on Twitter. So that is definitely a very strong plus going for it. So a couple of things to mention. Ultimately, as what you can see here, attorney's current status letter has been filed with the OTC, now waiting for OTC markets to update profile to reflect all filings completed up to date and current. So ultimately, pink current. That is one of the biggest things that any OTC stock wants to accomplish, is get to pink current. Obviously, meeting all the necessary requirements and filing everything on time is all part of the requirements. But looking at here, so as you can see right here, I'm looking under the SEC website. So as of recently, it's not updated. So from what I can see on Twitter, it does look like, and from where I have kind of looked down, it does look like it has been filed in around July, possibly a little bit sooner. It says the company's accounting is working on it. So personally, I'm not really familiar with how long it does typically take for them to update. As far as I'm aware, I thought it was instantaneous, but clearly not. So as of right now, we only have up to 2017 results. So again, there's a huge speculation as far as OTC, as far as whether it's going to be, the company is going to be a person of its word or not. So as of right now, it's not technically. Looking under the OTCmarkets.com, you can see that the yield sign, so it says the yield, companies that have posted limited financial information through OTC disclosure and news services are late in filing their obligations with the SEC. So basically it just shows that, does show that they are a verified profile. Again, that does speak volumes when it comes to OTC. Because a lot of people don't realize the the caveat emptor and various other warning signs, at least this looks somewhat tempting as far as an investment goes. Again, a lot of different things going on here. So ProText did provide a update as far as a corporate update on March the 4th. So it does go on to say as far as that they are expecting to clear up and basically to be pink current. So that's what they are basically saying with that. It does go on to say as far as May 30th, 2019, Roger Duffield possibly resigned as CEO due to health reasons, and David Lewis took over. So that definitely is a good step, and it does look like they are trying to clear their name from everything. And keep in mind, this, I know for a lot of investors who don't typically invest in OTC stocks, this being about 2 years late, that's normal when it comes to OTC. A lot of changes happen behind the scenes that most investors aren't even aware of or even know that eventually happen. So even though it's March the 4th that they declare it, and it happened in clearly May 30th, 2019, that's not a big deal. And keep in mind, I'm not going to go over their finances. That is from 2017 and onward, especially given it might be a couple days, hopefully, for the remaining 2018-19 to all come in and so forth. Then I'll review at that stage. But up until then, I'm not going to bother reviewing these. But looking a little bit more, so in Q2 of 2020, the company did settle a breach agreement caused by ticker PLPL related to the plan exchange dated, whereby ProText had required 100% interest in PLPL. And then it says the parties agreed to cancel its entirety block. So it does look like they kind of exited that in as far as that agreement and whatever agreement they might have. Unfortunately, haven't researched that pertaining to that. But from what I have seen on Twitter, it does look like not from the company, but from obviously investors saying that there is a merger. So again, when it comes to OTC, you are buying and investing in a spec, and whether the rumor is true or not, you can always kind of use the phrase buy the rumor, sell the news, that kind of aspect. So potentially, as of right now, what we do know is they are going up to date as far as with their finances, going to be pink current, and this is what they do. What aspects I do like about this is the fact that they are providing a platform for the cannabis sector. So they are being able to have a little bit of influence and touch on the cannabis sector, because as of right now, the cannabis sector has been been hit quite heavily, unfortunately. But there is a lot of optimism as far as whether the bill gets passed and legalization does kind of transfer into the United States. So this definitely has a good risk versus reward going on here. So it does potentially have, if you invest now, especially it is at the beginning stages, especially being a 7 million market cap company, there is a lot going for it. Whether it be in 1 month, 2 months, whatever it might be, this is one of those ones that, in my opinion, the risk versus reward is there. Do want to say as well, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own due diligence. Make sure you kind of dig a little bit deep, but there is a lot of hype with this. And you can see based on this chart right here, has gone up significantly just in the last 5 days. Keep in mind as well, so looking back at, like, for instance, the last 6 months, you can see they were a part of the capital pump within that happened at the beginning of April. So that is definitely one good sign. Shows that there is actual interest in this, because during that time, a lot of OTC stocks got pumped up, but pretty much only the popular ones for the most part, especially to this degree. So it does show that there is at least some investor interest in this, and it is starting to look like it is having a good momentum right now. Unfortunately, I'm not going to bother your time or my time doing technical analysis on this, because as of right now, moving averages would be, and every moving average, the price would be significantly over that. Obviously, given the huge amount of volume increase and given its price, all indicators would be false readings. But how I see things right now, I do see this as a pretty strong buy, especially given if it does go to pink current, and if there potentially is a merger in kind of the future or the myths based on what a lot of tweets are happening. Definitely it could be one of those ones. Like I said, risk versus reward is there. So even buying at these levels, and even if it does potentially go to the high here, there is a lot of good in this company. So again, I just wanted to throw that out there, and I'm obviously bringing this up because there is a lot of hype around this. So whether it just be hype and that caused all this, or the, again, legitimacy of the actual company doing pink current. But let me know in the comments below what you think as far as what you think about this company, whether you think it's a good buy, sell, or if you're just staying away. And also let me know as far as OTC, if you know, whether it be from personal experience or not, if you do file something with the SEC, how long it typically takes. Or possibly even does refer here that I believe it was here that it says that they are currently updating their accounting work, so possibly still be in some delay as far as filing with that. Okay, so let me know in the comments below your thoughts on ProText Mobility and whether you are buying, selling, holding, you're just watching. Let me know. If you haven't already, definitely smash the thumbs up and subscribe. I greatly appreciate that. Also, if you do like my content and want to support the channel, definitely take a look at my Patreon, link in the description below. It has different tiers for whatever your needs are, so definitely take a look. But with all that said though, let's make a lot of money.